สวัสดีค่ะเพื่อนๆตอนนี้เราจะพาขึ้นไป Icefield นะคะว่าข้างในจะเป็นยังไงนะคะเดี๋ยวเราไปดูว่าข้างบนจะสวยแค่ไหนตอนนี้เรากำลังรอขึ้นรถบัสตอนนี้เรากำลังจะขึ้นรถบัสนะคะนี่คือเวลาที่เราเดินทางเดี๋ยวเราจะขึ้นรถบัสขึ้นไปข้างบนกันนู่นนะคะแต่ตอนนี้เรารออยู่ที่ตรงนี้ก่อนนี่คือระยะทางที่เรากำลังจะขึ้นไปข้างบนนู่นนะคะนู่นที่เราจะขึ้นไปนะคะตอนนี้เรากำลังเดินทางด้วยรถบัสเดี๋ยวเราจะไปดูว่าข้างบนเป็นไงความสวยงามของธรรมชาติไปกันเลยค่ะ
Alright, so the first thing, or Jasper, is anywhere from sea level up to 1,600 meters of elevation. It is the main ecoregion across Canada. It is very warm and dry and has a large population of plant and animal species, a very big diversity in that ecoregion. And then as you came up, if you came from Banff today, you actually would have climbed about 1,000 meters in elevation up to the Columbia Icefield. We are sitting at 2,000 meters above sea level, and we are in the subalpine ecoregion, so anywhere from 1,600 to 2,100 meters. This ecoregion has a very long winter. It is very cold and wet, and it is characterized with small low-lying vegetation. There are still animals, however, that live up here. Some of the animals that we have living in this ecoregion are mountain goats, bighorn sheep, marmots, and pikas. And pikas are actually a pretty cool species because they are an indicator species of climate change. So they can only be in 25 plus degree weather for 3 hours or less, or else unfortunately they will not survive. So they are like a big mouse. They used to live in the Bow Valley in that montane ecoregion, but over the last decade it has got too warm for them. It has got too warm for them, so they've had to move further north into the subalpine where we are today. So scientists can actually study the pika habitat and the movement of their species based on the average annual temperature rise.
หลังจากนี้เดี๋ยวเราจะไปต่อรถที่จะไปขึ้นข้างบนนะฮะสวยไหมเพื่อนๆวิวที่เราขึ้นมานะฮะ
Very cold, minus 150 degrees here.
เนี่ยฮะ
How much for the one bill?
$4,500.
45.
Yeah,
บิ๊กบัสที่เรากำลังขึ้นไป
it takes me a full year.
ตอนนี้เรากำลังจะเดินทางไปข้างบนแล้วเดี๋ยวไปดูกันนะว่าข้างบนจะเป็นไงนะ
Alright, here we go, guys. Eagles ready to serve. Hey! So on behalf of Columbia Icefield and Pursuit, I'd like to welcome all you guys here this beautiful September afternoon. Absolutely gorgeous out. Look at those skies. Over the last few days, we've had some bad weather, some rain, storms, blizzards. On Friday, we actually had 90-kilometer-an-hour winds on the glacier with gusts up to 100 kilometers an hour. I was able to stand in one spot, and the wind blew me across the glacier without moving my legs. It's crazy. I also built a snowboard out of signs for fun. That's not supposed to do that. Good? Okay, good. Alright, easy there, guys, easy. Kids on board.
Oh my god
Alright, did anyone else from anywhere cool? Did I miss anybody?
South Africa.
Say what? South Africa. Holy smokes, cool. Okay. Travel a long, long way. Just so you guys know, this is going to be slightly cooler than South Africa. So we'll talk about the skyline. So Icefield is basically a huge chunk of ice, or a huge glacier, sitting on the mountain range in front of us. That's the Columbia Icefield. So classified Icefield as such, and this is supply ice to at least 2 different glaciers. And over here, we're triple qualified. We supply ice to 6 glaciers. We got Athabasca Glacier, which is directly in front of us. We got Banff Glacier. You guys can see that on the way to Skylock. It's the next valley over. So it takes about 150 years for the ice to get from the center of the glacier to the end of the Athabasca Glacier. All right, guys, show your hands up for the coolest roller coaster ride ever.
Oh my god.
We're not bad, eh? So this is the steepest non-commercially used road in North America at a grade of about 37%. The steepest grade you'd normally see on the highways, where you start to get warnings at 8%, but the government stops letting you build them past 18% max. To the road. Oh, okay. And way higher. Yeah, this thing uses a lot of ice. You lose about 25 to 35 meters horizontally every year. So 25 times 40, that's a lot of ice. 250 meters. So yeah, here's something pretty cool. On the left side here, we got a crevasse. That's a crack in ice. So currently we are on the iceberg moraine. A meter below us is where the ice actually starts. For the Athabasca Glacier. It actually starts about 45 meters behind us. But yeah, we got a crevasse on the left side. Originally it split. It was only a foot wide. And it actually split the road in half. But over time it's just been widening up and dirt's been covered up. And when it first happened, it was a beautiful deep blue color. It was really cool. It took about 24 hours to fill in that hole and try and rebuild this road. Because when it, who wants to go for a swim? We got some life jackets underneath your guys' seats. We can go for a little dive. Yeah, got a couple people in the back there.
Go, go, go!
Go. So this is what we call the tire wash. Ooh, Can anyone guess what we use this for? Tricky. We actually we try and raise up the dirt on the right side to try and flood this as much as possible, we want to clean off the tires. Not just because of the aesthetics of the glacier, but because of the albedo effect as well. I'm sure some of you guys know what the albedo effect is. If you guys don't know what it is, I'm sure you guys have all felt it. If you wear a dark shirt on a hot summer's day, dark colors attract a lot of sunlight and they'll heat up. And so if we create any rocks on the glacier, they'll heat up and start to melt their way through the ice, creating little holes. Enhances the melting of the glacier. And there's another bad thing for the glacier called cryokinite. In the atmosphere, there's different particles, dust, dirt, bacteria, microbes, the smoke particles from fires. When they land on the glacier, we call them cryokinite. And on the right here, we got what we call a cryokinite cone. So a cryokinite cone's big enough that it'll insulate the ice underneath it, but it'll still melt the ice around it. That's how those cones are created. So we call them cryokinite cones, dirt cones, or glacier turds. Really bad for glacier, enhances the melting of it. So guys, we're just about here now. There is a boundary. Water bottles. If you guys want to get free photographs taken by a photographer, the goose bus in front of us, you can do so. If you go down to the gift shop, you can look at them, then you can purchase them if you like them. If you reference my name, Steve, you can get 10% off.
สวัสดีเพื่อนๆเราก็มาถึงสถานที่นี้แล้วนะดูสิ Icefield โอ้ดูรอบๆนะสวยงามมากเรามาถึงแล้วที่ Icefield เดี๋ยวเราไปหามุมสวยๆถ่ายรูปกันเนี่ยเป็นน้ำแข็งลื่นมองแทบไม่เห็นเลยแล้วมันบรรยากาศให้ฟิลสวยงามมากตอนนี้มือเราก็เริ่มแข็งแล้วลมแรงมากๆเลยเดี๋ยวต้องขอใส่ถุงมือก่อนรถใหญ่มากถ้าไม่มีรถคันนี้เรามาไม่ได้เลยนะเพื่อนๆต้องขึ้นรถคันนี้มา ต้องระวังลื่นด้วยนะต้องระวังลื่นเพราะว่าบางที่มันก็จะแบบขรุขระต้องเดินให้ระวังต้องมาเดินที่เป็นแบบเวลาเดินเราต้องเดินลักษณะตรงที่เป็นอย่างนี้แต่ถ้าเป็นไอซ์ตรงนั้นเนี่ยคือลื่นแน่ๆต้องมาเดินตรงนี้นะคะเอาละได้เวลาที่เราต้องเดินทางแล้วไปแล้วค่ะตอนนี้เรากำลังจะเดินทางกลับแล้วไปถือว่าสวยงาม